Growing up, and for all of my early adult years, I struggled with what was the measure of success. What was I supposed to aim for? How would I measure what I thought I was supposed to be doing? I looked for guidance from my parents and teachers, but over and over again I could see that they were not succeeding by any measure. Not only not succeeding in their personal goals, but also not succeeding in life. When I became conscious and aware of what was expected of me by the human collective, rather than my parents or teachers, things changed a little bit.
Good.
Instead of pursuing what I had been told, in other words, to pursue those things that would make me happy, a contradiction in itself, as happiness does not come from external transient experiences, I decided to use a different measuring stick. This stick came with a sentence. Does me doing XYZ facilitate and accelerate the delivery of a message of empowerment or not? Of course, the delivery of the message of empowerment is not everyone's reason to be here. Most light workers are here to express their highest frequency and have that frequency reflected back to them in physical experiences. A more useful universal measuring stick for your day, actions, feelings, thoughts, and creations might be something like, if I do XYZ, does it facilitate and accelerate my expression and the physical reflection of my highest frequency?
That might be a mouthful.
One of the things that popped up for me... What?
It might be a mouthful.
Why?
Well, I love it. It's very precise. It has the precision of a magical spell, you know?
It is.
Where it hasn't got room for a wiggle of the wrong in there. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's worth mentioning that that's what it is. That's why it's worded that way, so that it has precision.
That way. It is precise.
It needs precision, and precision requires language. Language has a meaning, and in this case, this means something. So take it on board like it's written.
Yes.
Try not to I'll just...
And the other thing...
Okay.
That is often misinterpreted.
Okay.
Is that people think that this sentence is only used for very major decisions in life.
Yes.
However, this is a sentence to use from the moment you get up in the morning. If I stay in bed an extra while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, does it facilitate and accelerate my expression of the physical reflection of my highest frequency?
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does.
And sometimes it doesn't.
And sometimes it doesn't. That's why you ask it every time.
That's why you ask it every time.
If you're going to eat ice cream, right?
Yes.
Does this facilitate and accelerate my expression and the physical reflection of my highest frequency? Sometimes it does.
Maybe sometimes it doesn't.
And sometimes it doesn't.
I mowed the grass this morning. Today I've looked at it. I asked about that. I thought, yes, this time it does for sure.
Yeah.
It wasn't I'm going to martyr myself. It wasn't I got a blah, blah. It wasn't this is a chore I have to do or else X, Y. It was this is a nice thing and I want to do it. I want to try out my mower and it's a beautiful sunny afternoon. I like to do something physical outside. Mm-hmm. How is that a reflection or facilitating my expression of higher frequency and something? Well, it's not like I went out there with a, like scissors and made a ugly design in there or something, right? I made it pleasant to feel and look at. Yeah, so good. It did. So the answer was yes.
Yes. So that's really important.
Right. It's not just a giant thing. Should I buy this house or not?
Right. And the other thing is that it's a very personal question to ask ourselves. And it's not something that, for example, somebody comes up to you and says, hey, do you want to go out with me? And you say to them, and you say to them, let me see if it facilitates and accelerates my expression of the physical reflection of higher frequency. Hold on a moment.
Hold on. I got to evaluate this based on my,
And furthermore, this is something that I wanted to talk about during our podcast, not so much in the written one. Very, very important.
Yes. When
we're looking at group actions.
Yes.
If we do XYZ, does it facilitate and accelerate our expression of the physical reflection of our highest frequency?
So use our?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And I wanted to keep that for the podcast because the newsletter, like first go, a person gets the niggle or is committed to listening to the podcast around it. That's the person who's already ready to start working and collaborating with others in their life.